for a longer period of time, and I changed the name to protect the innocent. This is Will P. And I took the liberty of putting the name of his job up here, and I don't know if this is what if he wanted, but I kind of skimmed through what he's doing here, and it sounded to me like a information system security officer, so I put it here. Location, number, email comes next, and he put an active government clearance. That's cool. What I would do here is I would just go ahead and put what it was, secret or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but I'll put it right in there. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I've been doing that for years, so maybe FBI is watching me or something. I don't know, but I usually put my clearance right here. Now, if you've taken my course, I break down like how I'm able to protect my privacy. I usually use a pseudonym or some kind of alias for my actual name. I don't put my actual phone number. I use a different email. I use like a business phone number. I have a separate phone line. There's things that you can do to get a free one. You can get a free number from, a free number from Google. Google has Google Voice. They do free numbers and stuff. So I usually do that. Those are just a couple of things that I do so that they can't use my own privacy information against me. I do the same thing on Facebook, by the way, which is outside of the scope of what we're talking about here. But that's some of the things that I do on my course. So if I could just show you real quick my course to give you an idea of that one. It's pretty slept on, but it's one that I continue to use, and it continues to pay me. I'm never without a job. I've continued to be employed because this is the method that I use. I market the hell out of myself. So basically, it's taking your resume, writing it the correct way, putting keywords in it, and then marketing the ever-living hell out of it. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. That's my course. If you're interested in it, go check it out. I can even give you a discount. Just ask me. Okay, so anyway, let's keep going with this. This is the first time I've seen this, that I've read through this part. I kind of changed all this stuff because I don't want to put my man's personal information out there. So he says, professional summary. He says, I have extensively worked in organizations where I have an active involvement in setting up processes, frameworks, and implementing controls to make sure our various systems, networks, devices, and software conforms to security best practices. Yeah, so I don't see anything wrong with putting these statements up top, but it's a really good opportunity to put as many keywords as possible. So that's normally how I use it. I don't put like these blanket statements. You don't want to waste a minute any time on your resume. You want to get as much impact as possible. So I wouldn't just put frameworks. I'd put the framework I'm using. I put FedRAMP. Here's what I would do. I would say, okay, I've extensively worked in organizations. Okay, right there. This is a general statement. I would put what organizations I've worked for. So he's worked for Cyber Data Technologies. I don't know if these are what kinds of organizations these are. Communications. Looking like telecommunications and Cyber Data Technologies. I would put the type of organizations. I would put telecommunications and other organizations. So you just want to, this is an opportunity to use a keyword. So I just want to put here to tell them that use keywords in the summary. Just my 2 cents of what I would do personally is use those in the summary. And other organizations. Like if he worked for also telecom and aerospace, I would put it in there. And in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and aerospace and other organizations, right? So now we got a couple more keywords in there. And if it was like a high level organization like NASA or like FBI or something, I'll put it right in there too. Okay, where I was actively involved in setting up processes, frameworks. Okay, we're gonna put some frameworks in there, such as, let's say, what did he say? FedRAMP. He said FedRAMP, FISMA. No, let's see here. No, he said one here. I thought he said FedRAMP. Risk management framework. Let's say that. Frameworks such as risk management framework, and implementing, let's say the type of control, NIST 8. You see what I'm doing here? I'm putting as many keywords as possible in here. It's not illegal, but it should be, because this dude's about to get hella jobs from these little tricks. And implementing NIST 853 controls to make sure our various systems, and I would put type R, I would say our critical systems, networks, and devices. You might even want to put, just for the sake of actually putting some more keywords, Cisco, Cisco networks. I mean, you don't normally use that in a sentence, but we're going to do it just for the sake of putting the word Cisco in there. Cisco networks, devices, and software conform. That's okay. Yeah, I got to get rid of the S there. Software conform to security best practices. Yep. Okay. That's a little better. I mean, we got a couple keywords in there. I'd probably stuff way more in there and take time to do that, but it is what it is. So the rest of this is actually looking pretty solid. Professional experience. Let's see. Support the risk management framework, the risk management team, and Office of blah, 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 and Health and Human Services by performing tasks associated with national institution. Okay, that's good. That's more keywords. That's good. I would not change that. Okay, and then he goes into risk management FISMA analyst. Okay, that's his title. Okay, computer security. Okay, I would change computer security specialist to cybersecurity. It's just a buzzword, you know. It means the same thing. I don't think this is a lie. I mean, cybersecurity, it's just a buzzword that's being used. So instead of computer security, I'd say cybersecurity specialist. Means the same thing, even if at the actual organization they called you a computer specialist. Cybersecurity means the same thing as computer security specialist. All right, it's a little trick to get some keywords in there. Next part is support vulnerability management team. Okay, that's really good. By compiling and tracking vulnerabilities and mitigating results of Nessus. This is another opportunity to put more Nessus. See what I'm doing? I'm putting very specific tools that way. And I don't know what tool this was. I mean, I don't know. And I'm just going to put in here, put the tool used. Put the tool, the scanning tool that was used. That way, that comes up as a keyword. Nessus. Mitigation, vulnerability, and mitigation results of Nessus. Right? Nessus vulnerability scanner. Tenable, actually. Tenable Nessus whatever the hell it's called, I don't know. Vulnerability scanner, right? If it was Qualys, put that. If it was whatever it was, put that in there. Specific, actually keyword that somebody's going to research. They're like, hey, I want somebody with experience with Nessus, and so they'll put that in there. And when they're searching, so the idea behind it, what you got to keep in mind is that most of these people who are looking for jobs, most of the people who are looking for employees, I should say, are technical recruiters, HR people who don't necessarily know our craft. They're not SMEs. They don't know what we do. So they're just putting in keywords that the company told them to put in. So that one of those keywords might be Nessus. Hey, we want somebody who knows how to use Nessus, right? And so they'll put that in there and searching for a person who knows Nessus. They'll put that in there, and then your resume will pop up because you had that keyword in your resume. So the name of the game is keywords, technical, specific things that you've done. And the more you put in there, the more your resume is going to be loved by the search engines, because the name of the game is search engines. You're going to be putting your data in a search engine, whether it's LinkedIn's search engine, whether it's Google's search engine, or Dice.com search engine, or Monster, or name the job aggregator. That's where all these people are going to look for you. So you got to put those keywords in there so that it pops up in the actual algorithm. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks a lot. Somebody said, when do you go live? Kevin, I normally go live every Saturday. I don't have a specific time. Maybe I should. But one of these days I'll nail down a specific time. But just if you go to YouTube, turn on notifications, or better yet, go to ConvoCourses, sign up for that. I'm going to be putting all kinds of new stuff out there. So go there. If you go to those two places, you will find my new content. You will find me on lives. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.